What's everybody thinking of that? I think it's crazy that he thinks he should be getting a title fight. Like he has fought twice in the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, he's fought twice. It's crazy. But a lot of people seem to be defending it, saying that like he does deserve to come back and fight for the title. It just doesn't make much sense. In my humble opinion, McGregor will actually come back and will beat Chandler. I think he's a good chance of beating Michael Chandler. And I think he will come back. I mean, he does have fights left on his UFC contract, so he can't fight anywhere else unless he buys himself out of the contract. So I think he will fight at least one more time. So would I. At least one more time. Ugh. Do you think Sean O'Malley will go to featherweight and fight Volk for the title? No, because he'll need at least one more. He would need to move up and get another win. Like, he would need to get a win. But I think if Sean O'Malley fought Volkanovski right now, I think he'd beat him. I think it was an injury he had. Dillashaw beat Cruz in their fight. Sean O'Malley KO's Ilya. Yo, I literally made a video where I said, Sean O'Malley has the style to beat Ilya. And everybody's like, what the fuck do you mean he has the style to beat Ilya? You think Sean O'Malley would beat Ilya? No, I said the style. If people would actually turn on their fucking listening devices on videos and listen, we would be fine. I don't think he would beat him. I think Aspinall would beat him. Volk didn't win the first one. Nah. Mauricio Huffy gets KO'd by Ilya Taporia. Yeah, I'll let you up now, my boy. Request to join. Imagine DDP beats Hamza and retires undefeated, and people have to put him. He's undefeated in the UFC, but right. Let's get this going. What's happening, mate? Let's hear it.
Just to say you had like a peanuts, but you opened your mouth and I realised you were Irish. I realised you're alright. So I can't give you shit anymore. So I'm just gonna say to have a nice day. How about that? I have got a hot take.
Go.
Jones isn't the greatest fighter of all time. He's a steroid abusing, cheating rat, and that's all I have to say. Take it easy.
All the best, man. Yeah. People can join. Let's see. Wonder Boy title run? Nah. Yo. That was a great hot take. Yo, if you want to say your hot take, request to join. Shavkat doesn't deserve next title. Yeah, no, he doesn't deserve to fight for the title next. Kevin Holland's good in the welterweight division. McGregor's overrated and not top 15 all time. Fair enough. Jan Blachowicz, top 5 best light heavyweights. Yeah, I would agree. If Amanda Nunes beats Kayla Harrison, that division's fucking cooked. Paddy is winning the belt. Imagine. RDR is going to get beat by Whitaker, in my opinion. DC isn't top 10. That's insane. Who wins, Shavkat or Brady? This is difficult because Ian Gary was able to get the Shavkats back. If Sean Brady can get there, he subs him. And Brady's a better grappler than what Ian Gary is. Although on the feet, Sean Brady get fucking TKO'd by Bilal. So that's the big issue there. I don't think Pantoja beats Marab. John Jones. Jones doesn't beat him. Yeah, that McGregor run from when he joined to like the end of Eddie Alvarez, the build up to Habib was really entertaining as well. I'd maybe go there, and then after that, it's kind of fallen off. I don't think so. If you want to say your hot take request to join Ilya with KO Islam, I agree. Who was in the rankings in 2015? I'm trying to think. Who would have been the top 5? Pantoja's overrated? No, I don't think so. What the fuck have I hit? Here we go. Yo.
Hello. My hot take is that Paddy would beat Ilya.
What makes you say that?
Jiu-Jitsu. It's better than Ilya's.
You think his jiu-jitsu is going to get it done against Ilya? I mean, he's...
Yeah, fair enough. I do think Ilya's striking is better, but the jiu-jitsu is there for Paddy.
I do think Paddy has a chance against Ilya. Like, I'm not picking him to beat him, but... And also, Paddy's massive. Like, Paddy's a really filled-out lightweight, and he can grapple, but he leaves his chin in the air. I mean, like, Tony Ferguson and all was tagging him. I think Ilya's going to do the same. Also, I'd probably say comfortably Oliveira's jiu-jitsu and grappling is better than Paddy Pimblett's. But who knows? It'd be pretty cool to see that fight.
Yeah, I think he's very underrated.
Yeah, Paddy is. I mean, Paddy Pimblett beat Michael Chandler better than Poirier, better than Oliveira, better than Gaethje did as well. He smoked him.
Yeah.
Well, any other takes, my boy, or is that it?
And I think Khamzat would absolutely run through Duplessis.
That's your prediction? What round? First round, second round?
Second.
By what? Sub or TKO?
TKO. He's going to hit him with a nasty overhand and finish him on the ground.
So you think he drops him from they're just standing and he just wings an overhand and drops him?
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be the way I would have expected Khamzat to beat him, but it is possible. I think a lot of people do sleep on Khamzat striking. But thank you for the hot takes, mate. I'll get someone else in here.
Nice one.
Right, who else have we got here? Yo,
what up? So my hot take is that I have two actually. I think Israel Adesanya versus Pereira 2 is the greatest second fight in the UFC, and I think prime Conor McGregor striking is better than Idiot Poirier striking.
Right, best second fight of all time is McGregor Diaz too, in my opinion. I think that's the best.
I think that's fair. I just think the whole story behind Israel and Pereira, and that Izzy finally had his win. I don't know, Grant. It just does something to me.
Yeah, it was a nice KO. It was the KO was crazy because Adesanya was doing so well in the first fight, and then he got caught, and then he was able to land the exact same shot he landed in the rematch that he landed in the first fight. But no, I think Diaz McGregor too. And in terms of overall striking, you would say prime McGregor's better than Topuria?
Yeah, for sure. I think, bro, karate style Conor was just different, man. I'm not gonna lie. He was insane.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you there. I'm kind of biased towards McGregor, but
I think he really his striking got me when he met Poirier for the first time, then I fell in love with him, and I wasn't even like familiar with his shit talk back then. So it wasn't even through that either. So I think I'm completely unbiased here.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a douchebag now though, but Prime Connor.
Yeah, Prime Connor was pretty insane. That run he was on from like when he joined the UFC all the way to Khabib Nurmagomedov. I don't think we'll ever see something like that again. Even though there were some losses in there, even though he lost to Khabib, from when he joined to the Khabib Nurmagomedov fight, it was just entertaining the whole way through.
Yeah, I think his downfall started like when he took the McGregor-Floyd fight, because then you could just tell he only did it for the money back then.
Yeah, that is true.
He always only did it for the money, but when he had like so much money, I feel like his dedication just wasn't the same anymore.
Yeah, that was definitely the end of McGregor going to box Mayweather. But again, 100 million's 100 million. I understand why he done it.
Fair, but rape is rape. All right, I got a good number.
Yeah, see you later, man. That was pretty nutty. Right, next, who have we got here? Yo.
Well,
What's happening?
not much. I think Islam gets knocked out in the first round by Elias Poirier.
First round? I don't know about the first round, but I do agree. I think Ilya will knock him out. But why do you think that?
I think I just don't think people think Islam could take him down, no bother. I doubt it. I think Ilya will chin him, no bother to him. I think he'll win, no bother.
I think he will get it done. I don't know if he does it as early as the first, but I do agree. I think Islam will struggle to get Ilya down and on the feet. Ilya does a really good job of closing distance. And in the boxing range, Islam Makhachev isn't great. That's like a big hole in his game, in my opinion.
But what do you think about Alex Pereira? Do you think he'll win the title back?
I don't know. I mean, I hope so. But he looked, the speed difference between him and Ankalaev was kind of insane. I hope so. Obviously, there was the talks that he had a hand injury and norovirus or whatever the fuck that is. But Ankalaev was so quick. I'm unsure, but I'm gonna say yes because I want it to happen. What do you think?
I hope so. I hope so. But I think Khalil Roundtree could win it.
What do you think? Roundtree beats Ankalaev?
I don't know if he beats him right now, but I think he'll win the title at some point. I don't know.
I mean, he looked good against Jamal Hill. It's either that or Jamal Hill is really shit and got so far and just conned everybody. But he looked good against Jamal Hill. I think he needs at least one more. I'd like to see him versus Yuri Prohaska next.
Yeah, same. I think, he doesn't deserve the title shot just yet, but I think if he keeps going in the right direction, I think he will win it eventually. I hope he does that.
Yeah.
I think he's sick.
I think he needs at least one more. I don't know who they give him. If they might do Yuri Oberg and then might do him versus Jan Blachowicz. Either one I'm happy with though. Have you any more hot takes or is that you, mate?
No, I think that's me here. Good job, mate.
Yes, mate. All the best. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye. Yo, I swear ending the discussion is fucking awkward as hell. Right, next. Yo, what's happening, mate?
Yo, I got two hot takes. My first one is that Dustin Poirier is the best fighter to never win a belt.
I agree.
And my second one is that John Jones can't be the GOAT because he's black. What are your opinions on both of them?
What the fuck? No, I mean he was right about his first one. The second one, that's a bit crazy. Yo.
Jones even now would beat Aspinall.
What makes you say that?
He's more well-rounded in his fight IQ.
So what, do you reckon he's able to implement this wrestling against Tom Aspinall, or how do you think he beats him?
Submission round 2.
You think he subs Aspinall in the second round? I disagree. I think Tom Aspinall would beat him, especially at this point in time in John Jones's career. I think timing is a big part to play in this fight as well. But it's true. We don't know how good Tom Aspinall's defensive wrestling is. And if John Jones is able to take him down and keep him down, there's a good chance he does get subbed. Although,
I have another one.
go ahead, let's hear it.
Pereira was one of the most overhyped and overrated UFC fighters ever.
No, I disagree with that. What makes you say that?
He was really liked him because of his fame in kickboxing, got early shots, good money. Please.
I do think he was obviously fast tracked to the title, but the fact that he's beaten Adesanya, former champion, Strickland, former champion, Yan, former champion, Yuri, former champion, Jamal Hill, former champion, and he's a 2 division world champion. I don't think he's overrated, but I would agree if someone said he was fast tracked to the title. What's happening, bro?
Arguably, Blachowicz won the first fight.
Well, that there is a different discussion. That there could be said. Although, just going off what it says, Pereira was the winner. Have you got anything else, mate, or is that you? Right. Let's get a couple more here. This is actually pretty good. Yo.
Yo, what up, mate?
What's happening, mate?
Yo, I have 2, maybe 3. I think the first hot take of me is that Israel Adesanya deserved to lose the second fight against Pereira, and he got lucky. My second hot take is that John Jones is a nigger and he should never be in the GOAT discussion.
What the fuck is up with people joining this live? Yo, what the fuck? Yo.
My hot take is that Dustin Poirier will TKO Max Holloway.
What makes you say that? Obviously, he's 2 up against him, but what will make you say that?
Only because he beat him the first 2 times.
But he couldn't TKO him last time. What makes you think he's going to do it this time?
I don't know.
That's just what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who knows? I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good fight. The second fight was really good. I think Max is going to TKO Dustin, but we will see. Thank you for joining me. Right, next.
What up?
What's happening, my friend?
Hey, do you think John Jones got pushed to the GOAT discussion because he's black, and black people think black supremacy should exist, so therefore he's a nigger?
Yo, what the... What is going on? Yo, people are just throwing this word out like it's willy-nilly. What the fuck? Why is everyone saying... That's literally everyone's first thing. As soon as I heard him talk, I knew he was going to say something like that. Yo.
Hello?
Hello, what's your hot take, man?
Okay, so do you think Ilia Topuria now could be prime Conor McGregor?
What's this? Featherweight McGregor or lightweight McGregor?
Prime Conor, like at his peak.
At his peak.
Because Ilia Topuria right now might not even be at his peak because he's only about 27 to 26 years old.
Yeah.
And Conor McGregor in his prime was about 30. Can't fully remember.
Like what performance are you going off that you would be like, oh, this was like McGregor's best performance?
Like 2014 to about 2016 McGregor. Like those type.
Like it would have been interesting because McGregor's like his movement, and I think he could time Ilia coming in.
McGregor does have the movement, but Ilia Topuria, there's a discussion going on now where he's the new generation of MMA. He's got the boxing down. He knows grappling. He's got better grappling than Conor.
Yeah.
He's stronger than Conor, and he's fast as well. But then people say the fact of Conor's got good movement, and he's arguably one of the best strikers in UFC history, with his fluid motion and stuff. But I think it's rather between Conor hitting a good combo and then Topuria getting wobbled, or Topuria hitting that golden shot and knocking Conor out.
See, McGregor was a really good counter puncher, but to be honest, not being biased, I think sooner or later, Ilia Topuria would have caught up with McGregor, closed the distance, and landed the shot. I think Ilia would have beat Conor McGregor.
As a Conor fan, I do think Ilia would probably, I wouldn't say wipe the floor, but he would probably dominate.
Yeah, I think McGregor would have success because Ilia isn't like the most polished in the defensive department on the field. Like, he's there to be hit, he wears damage, but I do think McGregor would have success early on. But I think Ilia Topuria constantly being the aggressor, having McGregor on the back foot, which is draining, I think it's just inevitable that he catches up to him.
Yeah, because it's like, people have said it as well about Khabib. Khabib isn't as good as Islam. Islam's the new generation of grappling.
Yeah.
But Ilya's the new generation of striking. But Ilia has the grappling down, same as how Islam has the striking down, in my opinion. It's not as good as Ilya's, but he's still got amazing striking in that department. But it's moving on to more of a... Because I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about it, how people are saying Ilya's the new Conor McGregor. And I can see what they're saying, but Ilia, in my opinion, is striking his leagues ahead when it comes to pure brute force than Conor. Because Conor can land knockout shots, but he's not constant every match doing it.
Yeah, they're very different styles of striking. But I would agree with you. I would say Ilia inevitably would catch up to McGregor. I think McGregor would have success, but I think McGregor would inevitably catch up to him and stop him.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me.
Welcome.
That was a base name, Razzle Dazzle. Right, who else? Who wants to join next? Write in the comments here so I know who I'm picking. Right, he said me like 10 times. You. Let's hear it, mate.
Do you think Islam Makhachev will beat Ilia Topuria in the fight?
No. I think Ilia beats him. What do you think?
I think yes.
Why do you think Islam beats him?
I just think if that Ilia Topuria gets one time on the ground, that he will not even get up, and then Islam Makhachev just finish him.
See, I don't think it's going to be as easy for Islam taking him down as what people think.
Why do you think that?
Because Ilia can grapple. I mean, like, you've seen how easy he shucked off Charles Oliveira, past his guard, went to a crucifix. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to be as easy. And if Islam is there to stand with Topuria, I think he can do well on the feet because Islam, he's got good kicks and Ilia is susceptible to head kicks. So that could be a possible route for him. But again, if Islam can't keep him down and hold him down on the feet, Ilia Topuria is going to close that distance. And Islam Makhachev in the close range just isn't great, in my opinion. And I think Ilia would knock him out inside 3.
I can see. Who's your favorite MMA fighter?
Ever or now?
No.
Favorite MMA fighter to watch now? I mean, it sounds basic as hell. Probably Ilia. Just gonna be honest. What about you?
Really?
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira, bro.
Charles Oliveira.
I think if they do a rematch, Charles just fucking beats him.
You think Charles beats him in a rematch?
Yes.
God bless, man. Thanks for joining.
Man, you're welcome, bro.
Oh, that was pretty insane. Right.
Yo, what up?
Yo.
Well, I think Chimaev is the best Russian fighter. Do you agree with that or not?
Like, in terms of just skill set,
Yeah,
against the likes of Islam, Habib, all that lot.
pound for pound, yeah.
I don't think so. What makes you say that?
Well, because because I think John Jones beating his wife isn't because of his roids, but because he's black and it's basic nigger activity. Don't you think?
Yo, I'm gonna fucking lose it in a second. I mean it. What the fuck is with everyone saying that in this live? Yo, did I just not hear him, or like, what the fuck? Yo,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
I wanna talk about your delirious Aljo over Khabib take, bro.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, I want to hear from you. What makes Aljo above Khabib on the all-time list? How?
They're arguably Aljo's arguably done more.
Really?
Yeah, arguably done more.
What's he done more than Khabib?
So they've got the same amount of title defenses.
Okay, I mean, having the same amount of
Right.
defense doesn't really equate. Doesn't.
Hear me out. Same amount of title defenses. He's got a better resume, and he's a win. He does, and he has a win in the division above something Khabib Nurmagomedov never done.
He does. Firstly, he doesn't have a better resume because context matters.
Right. Okay.
2 of his title wins were splits.
Mm-hmm.
Most dominant fighter in UFC history. So all of his title fights were finishes. When was the last time Aljo finished someone that wasn't injured in his title fights? And when was the last time he actually finished someone? 3 years ago?
Corey Sanhagen.
I mean, that's his only elite win, I would say.
How is that his only elite win when he's beaten Jan, he's beaten Henry Cejudo?
With a finish, of course, with a finish. And of course, like him as a fighter, pound for pound skill wise, he's not better than Khabib.
No.
His division.
Skill wise, Khabib's a better fighter than Aljamain Sterling. I'm just saying, based off accomplishments in the UFC, there is an argument.
There's no argument.
Man, there is. Come
You
on.
can't just base it on title. Just because they have the same title defense, that means you can compare them. No. One's the most dominant fighter of UFC history. Arguably, I would say neck and neck with Islam as lightweight go in a harder division, with literally no asterisks over his wins practically. And even if there were asterisks, they're not really as bad as Aljo's. Yeah, that's the most dominant fighter. Defeated how many pound for pound fighters? He defeated Justin, Conor, and Dustin in a row. They were pound for pound fighters. And
Was Conor pound for pound when he fought him?
I mean, he was off for 2 years, but I would say.
Come on, you have to have context to that win.
I mean, he was still training, so it's still an elite win. Still an elite win. You know, he came back better takedown defense, and he was still in his physical prime.
Fuck that McGregor fight hurts.
Okay, now I know why you're saying that. McGregor's one of the best against Khabib, so it's not as bad.
I know, but that fight hurts. Fuck, I might actually tear up here.
Listen, Khabib, he's in a whole... Bro, listen, Aljo's not even the goal of his division. Arguably,
that is true, but neither is Khabib.
Khabib is arguably... Bro, the guy has Michael Johnson, dominated Edson Barboza 30-24, one of the most dominant displays in history. I like Quintus an underrated win because of how good his takedown defense was. Bro, he beat Kevin Lee, who was ranked top 5.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw, I mean, even though Kevin Lee lost, he took full mount against Tony, which shows, you know, what Khabib would have actually done against Tony.
Khabib would have smoked him. Tony Ferguson's overrated as hell.
And these are all elite wins. You know, I like Quintus a very good win. Michael Johnson is a good win. RDA went on a 6-fight.
RDA is a good win.
Coming into his fight with Khabib, and went on another 5-fight win streak after. Became champ. And beat the guy. Who did he beat for it? He beat Pettis for the belt, I think. He beat Pettis. And then what the other wins? Bro, it's incomparable. Aljo does not have the depth that Khabib does. And Khabib has underrated depth of resume. Underrated.
Jan Cejudo, TJ Dillashaw,
Asterix, bro. Asterix.
Corey Sanhagen, Pedro Munoz is a good win. Who am I missing here?
Pedro Munoz. Be serious.
He was ranked for ages in the bantamweight division.
Bro, they all have asterisks.
Yo, you cut out. What'd you say?
Arguably lost.
Yo, what's happening to bro? Yo, you're cutting out. What were you saying? Batman versus all the UFC fighters on a football field. Batman would beat them. He just fucking shoot them or blow them up, would he not?
I mean, yeah, bro, Jan arguably won the second fight.
There's no convincing you,
He
mate.
arguably won it.
No, come on.
So who the arguably?
Why is he so disrespected? What the hell? Well, if there's no weapons, Batman gets smoked. Why is there so much disrespect here to Aljamain Sterling? I need to know. Have I missed the conversation between everybody? Was I left out?
Listen, man, he's nowhere near Khabib, bro. He's not even top 10 of what. If you're putting Aljo above Khabib, none of them are top 10 all time.
Where do you have Habib all time?
I have him from the 6 to 9 range.
That's not too bad. I thought you were going to say top 3 or something. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, 6 to 8 range is not bad.
Right, well, may go here, mate. Aljo faked an injury for his belt. Yo, what the fuck? I'm not taking any more Aljo disrespect.
I'm gonna have to go. It was good speaking to you, bro.
Yes, mate, all the best. Thanks for joining. Right, who's wanting to join? Yo.
Do you think the reason why John Jones used Rhodes is because he cheated or?
You need to go to TikTok, mate. Yo.
Gonna hear this. Petr Yan, top 3 bantamweights of all time.
Who do you have him above?
Anyone but I don't know, he's just top 3. You bet Aljo is a bum. You beat Aljo twice as well.
Mate, come on. What the fuck are we doing here? Are we just trying to just be different today, or what are we doing?
Imagine to be different. You tell me that Aljo weren't GCSE drama acting.
He was in the first fight, yes, but
Yeah.
the second fight he beat him.
Got robbed.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Yan got robbed against O'Malley as well.
That's okay. I don't think you're wrong on that one, but Aljo beat him second time round.
Never.
The Aljamain Sterling hit is forced, correct? Mind your business. It is. It's crazy.
Do you want to hear another one?
Go. Let's hear it.
Jimmy Prohaska would be the light heavyweight goal if it weren't for Alex Pereira.
Chinky beats Ankalaev.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Chinky has a better chance of beating Ankalaev than Pereira.
I do. Yeah, it's stylistic natural.
Do you know what? I won't argue with you, but I think you might be onto something.
I had another one, but I forgot it. But
Well, if you think about it, request, you can join.
you what?
If you think about the other one, request and join back in, my boy.
Sweet.
Right. See ya. Right. Yo.
DJ, not top 5 all time.
What is it, sorry?
Demetrius Johnson's not top 5 all time.
Do you know what? I think you might be onto something. Tell me why.
He just doesn't have the caliber of elite wins.
So, can I just stop you right there quickly? You're a fucking genius.
Exactly. I don't know why. Yes, he's one of the most dominant fighters ever, but like, if you really look at it, he fought plumbers. Like, honestly, like he fought one of his best wins is Tim Elliott, and I don't know if you know this or not, but Tim Elliott's best win is Jens Pulver, when Jens Pulver was 36 years old. So, like, DJ's just not top 5.
Do you know, like, I think obviously he's got a lot of title defenses, which a lot of people look into. And in terms of like fighting ability, pure fighting ability,
It's definitely there, but the quality isn't.
yeah, in terms of fighting ability, he's probably like, he's up there with, I think he might even be number 1 in terms of just mixing everything up.
Dominance.
But I think for me, GOAT status is based off like accomplishments, like names on resume. I think that means a lot more than like having 15 title defenses against a plumber. You know what I mean?
Exactly. This is saying name 4 better fighters all time than DJ. I can name 7. Like,
Go, let's hear them.
All right, so I got Jones at the 1, Volk at the 2, GSP at 3, but Volk and GSP are interchangeable. Then at the 4, I have Habib, and that's a crazy hot take too. But if you really look at his record, and you look at how many 10 rounds he had, he's there for sure. 5 Silva, 6 Islam, 4, 5, and 6. I can see a case for any of those being anywhere, just because how close they are. 7, this is like 7 and 8. I'm still kind of working on it right there. But I think let me check my list real quick. I think I have DJ at 7 and DC at 8, but I may have switched.
Having Habib that high up, it's scaring me.
It's kind of crazy, but if you look at it, people forget. Like, I mean, he has 7, 10, 8 rounds. That's more than anybody ever. Like, that's insane.
That actually is an insane stat, to be fair.
That's crazy. People think, oh, he has a shitty resume. I mean, I can name 6 like great wins off the top of my head. Habib had like, no, I remember my list. It was 7 Ilya, 8 DJ. That's what it was.
You have Ilya above Demetrius Johnson.
It's crazy, but
I respect that.
DJ's best wins are the Benavidez win, Cejudo win, and one of the Dodson wins, because one of the Dodson wins sucked, but the other one was really good. And Ilya, I mean, he knocked out a crazy Volk. I don't care if people say, oh, he thought he just got knocked out by Islam. I mean, I understand that, but it's still Volk. And then he knocked out Volk, KO Max Holloway after dominating him. Then he KO Charles Oliveira within 90 seconds after after getting him in crucifix off the ground.
Yeah, that's insane.
That was crazy. And then you look at his, he submitted what's his name? I'm blanking right now, but he completely dominated Ryan Hall and Josh Emmett.
Oh, he submitted Bryce Mitchell.
8 rounds against Josh Emmett. Like, people just people just look at the resume, or they just look at the skill of the fighter, and that's what they look on. Like, you gotta really, really dive deep in when you're making go lists and stuff.
Well, do you know what? I agree with that take. I mean, I need to really go through my list, but I am of the same mind of you where like it is names on resume. I think that's what counts the most. Oh, my boy just got raided. Right, yo, I'm waiting at my McDonald's. Ciao. What the fuck is going on?